everybody, and good Thursday evening to you. Hope you've had a good one, and as promised, it was our first kind of unsettled afternoon of the month of June today, with right on schedule some showers, some thunderstorms, some locally heavy rain, and even a few reports of some wind damage. We'll talk about all that in this video. Some radar estimates here of the rainfall totals. Now, a lot of our northern viewing area got in on the action first, early this afternoon, so local amounts of 1 inch to 2, even close to 3, perhaps in a few isolated locations, particularly in Mercer County. That was kind of the hardest hit county with the earlier activity. The hardest hit county with our late afternoon, early evening activity has been Columbiana County, and specifically the southern part of the county, from Lisbon down towards Salineville and around Route 39 from Carrollton on east. A couple of inches worth of rain, a few hailstones, and some gusty winds as well. We had one storm report relayed to the National Weather Service. This is from Transfer over in Mercer County. Some wind damage there. Some trees were snapped. That was with probably a downburst that occurred with a storm right around 1:45 to 2 o'clock. That had a severe thunderstorm warning on it for a time early this afternoon. As of about 7:06 p.m., we still have an active flash flood warning over in Carroll County, especially just north of Carrollton. Some radar estimates of a couple or even a few inches worth of rain over the last handful of hours. It's raining at a decent clip in some spots here a little after 7 o'clock. Not going to dwell on this too long because I know a lot of you will be watching this well after the fact, but when I'm recording this video, we're getting a decent downpour around the downtown Youngstown area, and also seeing some decent rainfall rates kind of on the western and southern fringes of Columbiana County, from New Franklin right along the Stark County line, heading down towards Salineville, and again around Route 39 over towards Highlandtown and Wellsville and East Liverpool as well. It's kind of a rainy Thursday evening. Now, this will be kind of when things peak in terms of the next 12 hours, right around now. I'm expecting a downward trend, if you will, in the number of raindrops as we head deeper into the evening and into the overnight tonight. Now, as you felt if you went outside today, it was very muggy, especially by early June standards. It's meteorological summer now, but these dew points are a little more typical, I should say, of late June and July, of course, than early in June. But yeah, the dew points are up there. They're in the 60s. Now, a stationary boundary lies a few hours to our north and west. That stationary boundary, you can find it pretty easily on the map here on the dew point map. It's right here. This is going to continue edging ever so slowly eastward as we go into the day of Friday, and so the setup on our Friday is going to be kind of similar. Now, I don't think our Friday will get as steamy in terms of the temperatures as today, and the threat for a heavy, gusty storm is probably somewhat lower on Friday. But nonetheless, some showers will be around at times as we wrap up the work week on Friday. In the next 12 hours, showers this evening, probably a lull, where there might be a passing shower, but not a lot. Now, as many head out the door Friday morning, there could be a reemergence of showers here and there, and showers will continue to come and go on our Friday. And one more day with these high dew points. Dew points will be mostly in the middle 60s over the next 24 hours. So we have the moisture, we have that weak front. It's kind of stationary now. It starts to be on the move a little bit more on Friday. It's almost a bona fide cold front, even though the air mass behind it is not cold at all. It's just a little drier. So similar setup to today, just maybe not quite as much instability. And so I think showers will come and go. Now, especially in areas, probably south of 224 and closer to I-70, where you're more firmly in the warmer air, and maybe even some more frequent intervals of sunshine. Might there be a couple of gusty thunderstorms in a place like Wheeling, Steubenville, maybe down towards Cambridge, Zanesville, Pittsburgh, places like that. Again, closer to I-70, I think your chances are better of seeing a couple of gusty, heavy thunderstorms there. The farther north you are, the closer you'll be to the more stable air near and on the other side of the boundary, and your chance of having any thunder at all tomorrow would be fairly low north of, say, Interstate 80. Nonetheless, again, this front finally gets on the move, and just in time for the start of the weekend. We will be in good shape on Saturday with a push of dry air. Now, here's what we've done with the weekend forecast. It's early June, and people have plans on the weekends, lots of graduation parties at this time of the year. The good news for Saturday, we've dried things out. We've removed any morning shower chances. There might be a couple of showers Friday night, but by the time the sun comes up Saturday morning, we should be in pretty good shape. It's going to be a beautiful day. The dew points were lower on Saturday. Now, that's the good news for the weekend. The bad news is Sunday's forecast is trended in the wrong direction, because this front will stall again and maybe even come back north as almost a warm front on Sunday. That's going to increase the clouds, and while I don't think this is any kind of washout on Sunday, and I probably at this point would not change or alter any outdoor plans, the chance is there anyway of a scattering of showers and maybe an afternoon thunderstorm on our Sunday. So again, good news and bad news for the weekend. Saturday will be a beautiful, beautiful day, upper 70s, dew points backing off into the 50s, but those dew points will start creeping back up on Sunday 75 degrees on Sunday, more in the way of clouds, higher chances of showers, and maybe an afternoon thunderstorm as we wrap up the weekend. All right, let's take a look at the longer range. Things may stay a little unsettled for a time early next week. Showers and thunderstorms, a distinct possibility on our Monday. Let's talk about some of the longer range trends, and I'll bring up the latest run of the European extended model here. And for you weather geeks out there, we used to call these the European weeklies. They were only issued on Monday and Thursday evening. Now we get this set of modeling every evening. And this is by no means, of course, the Bible or anything. We're not going to take this literally, but, it gives us a good hint of what's to come as we go through the rest of June. And I've kind of paused things here right in the middle of June. So basically next week into that following week, the warmth is definitely going to be centered out in the middle of the country. Get used to that. I think that's going to be the case maybe for a lot of the summer season. Not to say we're going to have a cool summer around here, but the heat will be centered. It'll be kind of anchored. The biggest anomalies, the biggest temperatures, departures from average will probably be out here in the Plain States, in the Corn Belt. For us, middle of the month, we're kind of stuck between all the warmth out here and maybe some cooler than average temperatures in the south, and I expect a lot of pretty seasonable weather middle of the month. And, if you take this modeling literally, not much changes through the end of June and right into July. The heat continues to dominate out here. It's going to be a stinking hot summer in the Dakotas and Nebraska and Montana and Wyoming and even as far east as Iowa and Minnesota. And for us around here, I don't see anything remarkable on this modeling and some of our other medium range modeling as well. So, as you know, if you watch some of our summer forecasts, we did some videos on that late last week. We talked about how this summer is likely to finish warmer than the average here locally, but I don't think it's by a huge margin. I don't think this is going to be a memorable summer in terms of our heat. In terms of our overall temperatures, there will be plenty of hot days, of course, but we may fall short of the 8 average. We average 8 days of 90-degree plus temperatures per summer. We may fall a little short of that in the summer of 2025. All right, thanks for watching Weather for Weather Geeks on this Thursday evening. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll meet you back here on Friday for an update on the weekend and much, much more.